Everybody, week 0 is gone. We got a little taste, right? But this is week 1. We get the full Monty of the college football season. Alcorn State opening up at home against Stephen F. Austin. Out of conference, a very tough FCS team. They were in the playoffs last year, and this is a home-and-home matchup. Next year, they'll go to Nacogdoches, Texas to play at Stephen F. Austin. Had a chance to hear from both coaches this week, and the Lumberjacks know coming onto that Alcorn campus, it's going to be a tough matchup.
Looking forward, like I say, I've got a lot of respect for Coach McNair and the job he's done there at Alcorn State, and you know, it's my first time out there, and so I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm expecting a packed house. You know, everything I read, they sell out every game, and so this is going to be a big one, home opener. And should be loud and crazy and just what college football is all about.
Now, Stephen F. Austin lost last week against Jacksonville State, an FBS opponent. Played pretty good in the first half. Second half, things kind of got away from them. Now, one of these teams has got to win, right? Now, either way it goes, both teams know a win, Alcorn against Stephen F. Austin or the Lumberjacks over the Braves, they know they can count that as a quality win on their 2022 resume.
The expectation is very high. We don't expect anything less than what we do in terms of the team we play. Like the schedule we're playing, Stephen F. Austin, we played him back in the early 80s, years back, so I'm excited about it. And the thing is, for this conference, the SWAC conference, to play a top-ranked team in the FCS, it means a lot. See where we stand in our rankings. But, you know, we just got to play fast, play hard against this team that we're going to play on Saturday. So I'm very excited about the things that we're doing as a coaching staff. I think the young men are very prepared and to battle with this great football team that's going to come in. I think Coach Colby's done a real good job in that league with that team he got there, Stephen F. Austin. So the biggest thing is we just got to be ready for to play our physical ball game.
This is everything. This game means a lot more than the one last week to us. You know, Jacksonville State was an FBS. You know, FBS games, they can only help you, they can't hurt you. And so this one is a true test against an FCS opponent, and will count heavily towards the playoff picture and your strength of schedule. And you know, that our conference this year, our automatic qualifier is going to go off the power rankings, and so that's why we're tickled to death to be playing Alcorn, because we know, you know, despite the outcome of this game, whether we win or lose, Alcorn's going to have a very successful year. They have year in and year out, and so it's going to be a quality team to have on the schedule. That's why we did home and home. They'll be returning the trip here to Nacogdoches next year, and I think anytime you can get quality opponents on, you know, FCS quality opponents that help, you book those home and home series every chance you get.
So most of our fans are Alcorn State fans, obviously, here at HBCU Game Day. You may not know a lot about the Lumberjack program, but let me give you one name, Xavier Gibson. Whew. He's all that. Player of the Year in the WAC last year. Not a really big guy, only 5'9", but boy, is he fast. The wide receiver, hard to guard.
He is a pretty special football player. He's a really special individual and a great young man, fun to coach, and broke our all-time leading receiver, or broke our all-time record for receiving yards last week. And so was tickled to death for him. But he's very humble, gives all you know, the credit and everything to his teammates and coaches. He's just, like I say, a fantastic young man. But I'm glad he's on our team and not someone else's, because he is tough to defend. You saw him last week, you know, double and triple teaming him, and that's where, you know, the surrounding cast has got to step up, and we've got to play better at a lot of positions. We've got to coach better because we do have some talent on this team, and we need to be putting that to use and having some success. And so hopefully we can get this thing rolling this year.
You know, they're a real RPO heavy team, 11 personnel team. Like Coach Mack was saying, they got some good weapons outside, and Xavier Gibson and Trey Sub kind of get them going at quarterback. I feel like, you know, we take care of the RPO, we force them to run the ball and take away the big play, that we have a good shot this week.
And there are a few things we don't know about Alcorn State this year. Felix Harper is not running out onto that field. Footman's not running out onto that field. We're going to get a new look at a new quarterback for the Braves this year. The first time in a long time. It's been like, what are things going to look like under center. And as Stephen F. Austin prepares for this game, they're kind of wondering the same thing. What's things going to look like under center?
It is a challenge, you know, and we ran into that this past week, playing Jacksonville State. So I hope we fare a little better than we did last time out. But, you know, new defensive coordinator over there at Alcorn and new quarterback, which, you know, kind of is, you know, you got the same coaches on the offense side of the ball, but you can't really, you know, zero in on what they're going to do because you, again, like you mentioned, a new signal caller. And that guy changes the complexion of a game. We've got 3 quarterbacks here we're comfortable playing, but all 3 of them, you'd see a different game plan. And so, again, I think that's what makes football exciting, and that's the fun part about it as a coach. You know, I know coaching gets distorted a little bit in today's day and age, but it's kind of fun once the ball's kicked off and to play that chess match and communicate with your staff in terms of what you're seeing and what adjustments need to be made and implement that to an in-game plan.
It's definitely going to give us a little bit more exposure. You know, like you said, in the offseason, the SWAC has been a big talk in the nation. So it's just going to show the fans and everybody out there that SWAC has athletes too. You know, we have people that can play ball. So that's what I feel like this game's going to show.
It's a big matchup. Coach McNair says he likes it. He likes to see where his team is early on in the year. Again, a home-and-home series. Next year, it will be at Stephen F. Austin, but Alcorn State opening up at home. They are tough there in Norman, Mississippi. We'll have highlights. We'll have analysis, all that right here. HBCU Game Day and HBCUGameDay.com.